Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Mama Fox Studios. This is Missy, and we are still on the build of our Oriental comfy charm. Oriental Charm. I didn't have to look this time, but I had to think about it. If you were with me last time, we worked on our chandeliers and our lights. So we have 4 lights right now. Let's just run through them. We have a single, just the regular bulb with an extension. We have the bathroom lamp, I believe, that has this stiff paper down the line with an extension. We have what I think has turned out to be a beautiful chandelier with an extension. I even got my mom's opinion. I'm not putting the danglies on it. Maybe that's kind of a definition of a chandelier to have danglies, but I don't like it. I think it makes it look kind of cluttered. So I really like just this simple look. We're going to leave that, and then also this one. So this one we didn't talk too much about because it was drying, but they wanted us to put, oh, that did not stay down. That connected and that connected, but they didn't connect together. So let's see. Let's try to get this stuck down real quick. Use our secret formula, the Aleene's Tacky and the crazy super glue. Seems to make a pretty good bond. I want to be careful I don't push too hard and crack this off. And this one has no extension. So let's set this over to, oh, I was going to say, this also wanted us to have, similar to the ones that they wanted us to put on the other chandelier, but with just 2 of the gold balls. And they wanted them to come off of the 5 soft petals, and then they wanted us to just take just the gold beads and put them on, have them hang off the in between. And I didn't, no. So let's just let this set over here. Actually, I'm gonna clip it to the side of my desk so that we can let that dry. So I don't know if you can see, but this is what they wanted, all those little danglies. I didn't like it. And then this, the danglies, I liked it better without them. So if you like them with it, I kind of showed you how I made, well, I did show you how I made these. So you would already have these built for this one. And then do the same thing just with, I believe it's just 2 little gold balls. You would do the same process because it's the same beads for the second one, for the piano lamp. So yeah, you just make them the same way, but we're not using those. So funny enough, I have some of these almost exactly like this made that I have in my stash because I did not use them in previous builds. So we're just going to put them in our little Tupperware container here, and then I will keep them in my stash. Worst case scenario, I pull the little gold beads off or they fall off, and then I have regular beads anyways. So what are we doing now? We are going to be putting these onto our floor / ceiling. So this one that looks like a boot, only we're going to be putting the 2 chandeliers on the unpapered side because that's going to be the ceiling. So first of all, let's move these out of my way. So we're going to go, we have measurements, we're going to go from where it's right before it starts to round off, where it's still straight, we're going to go, excuse me, 4.5 inches in. Sorry, centimeters. 4.5 centimeters in. Actually, I don't know if it's right at that line or not, because I'll mark it lightly. But really we need to go that looks like way more than 2 centimeters. No, it's the line. Okay, they write it in red. I don't know why they write the measurements in red. Red sucks. So we want to go, so here's about center of this. So a little lower, so 4.5 in and 2 centimeters down. So 2 centimeters down, and if we go from, this makes no sense. Because it depends on where you measure it from. Well, okay, so my measurement is kind of put in here, but it is showing a little bit further over, so I'm going to just kind of X marks the spot there. You see, if you do it from the flat edge, it would be here, which is almost right in middle. But if you do it from up here, you know, here would be measured from way up here. Can you see what I'm doing? And also going down, do I measure 2 centimeters down from the center top? Or from over here? Like, it's just... Okay, anyways, so this is our... the piano lamp, the one that we just glued back together. Let's see if we've got contact. Okay. So, from previous experience, when you have the wires like this, I've always learned to carefully, you want to try to lay them flat, like 90-degree angle. Yeah, now I am going to use my UV resin. And my good, excuse me, my good light died, so I have to get this little one. This came with the Bondic. I like Bondic, except it seeps everywhere. And it's worse than strings and the glue, so I couldn't handle it. So I just bought the cheapest little UV resin that was on Amazon. I don't even remember how much it was, a couple bucks. It wasn't much. It's 50 grams, but I've still got quite a lot in here. And I bought more, but I bought more to do it with resin work, not this, but I do have more. So I'm going to start just putting a touch down so I can set that wiring in it. Now our extra wiring is going to go straight off the back side. So let's see if I can keep this upright while I try to ultraviolet it. I'm going to work my way all the way around because UV light works best through clear things, which the flowers are clear, but the base on this one is that silver piece. So I don't know for sure if it'll shine all the way, you know, it won't shine all the way across. So we'll just, it's already working, but we're just going to make sure that it's set all the way around. And then I am going to put a little bit, not on the edge, but just before the edge. Just so if this gets tugged at all, it will not hopefully tug the actual lamp. It'll stop at this little spot. Sorry, I have like a frog in my throat again tonight. And just like I over glue and I, you know, over everything, I overthink, I over UV light it too. It says like 10 to 15 seconds, but sometimes it's just not quite enough. There we go. Yeah, that is not tacky anymore. That's good. Okay, and then our big chandelier. I'm also just going to try to give it that 90-degree without breaking anything off. So it is supposed to go, let's see, 4.6 centimeters from the side. And then 6.4 centimeters down. And that puts us here. And I'll tell you what, that is not where this picture is showing. This picture is showing like up here, and almost like not the corner, but closer to where I put the first one, but not even there, like right here. Oh, I hate this. Why are your measurements wrong? So, as you can see, if you can see this, this is a great example. So this one's here, and this one's way up here, although it would be down here if we did it according to the measurements. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it up here in this upper left, lower left kind of area. And our wire is going to go off or up onto the upper right. Now I want to be careful with these metal pieces. I do not want to manhandle them and have anything come undone. Not holding up as good as the other one did. I was hoping it would hold better. If only it was straight, it would, oh there. Nope, I broke a little bit of the now make sure it's upright. There we go. Now let's just make sure we got it all the way around. Yes, I learned about the UV resin from Daniel Builds. That's the name of his YouTube channel. He does a lot of, I first started watching him, he did a lot of the 3D wooden puzzles, and he was just getting into the miniature houses. So now he does a lot of the book nooks, which I've done 2 of and I will never do again. I mean, I won't say never, but it's got to be a dang special one for me to do another book nook, because I hate them. He does a lot of the book nooks that I watch, and I did get a lot of my gluing tips from him. The UV resin was one, and it is wonderful. Now I am also going to run my wires down, not quite to the corner, but off to where they go like this. Actually, I'm going, because we're going to have our other lights that are going to go on underneath here. Their lines are going to come out, so I want them to come like down here so it can join, and then they can all come over together. So I'm going to start it about there. I like to go over the top of them. I'm just using the toothpick because I kind of only got it on one of the wires. So, and I also like it to be flat. I gotta tell you, my very first kit, my very first one, I knew nothing of glue, right? I didn't even know of the tacky glue. I was literally using Elmer's school glue, white school glue. It takes approximately about a half an hour to dry. Good enough to hold a wire in place. Do you know how I know that? I had to literally hold them for each wire. I had to hold it in place. It was ridiculous. That one took me so long. It was probably about maybe a 20-hour job. It probably took me at least 30, because I was having to, glue this and then hold it, literally hold it for almost half an hour so they would dry. And then here, each time I needed to hold down the wires, it was a good half-hour hold. Oh, it was so ridiculous. Okay, so then when we turn it over, so that's going to be our ceiling. So then when we turn it over, oh, hold on, we're combobbled here. No, okay, there we go. So our black wire, the one with the black, now here it shows that this is bent, but anyways, it's going to sit in this little notch right at the base of the paper. Right, so what I'm going to do is try to keep it upright. Bend my wires over. And then put some resin right in there and hit it with the UV so it doesn't run everywhere. Okay, now I'm just going to see something, because our next one is our single light that we do have the extension on, right? But it's just the regular bulb. It says to go, and there's a second little notch right here. 6.1. How tall is, that's like how tall this is, but they show it at a bit of a lower point. Not much lower, but not exactly the same height. So I'm thinking like 2, 3, 4, 5, like, well, that's about 6. Okay, so it's try that again. Yeah, it is. It's 6.1. Okay. Maybe they're right on this one. So I'm going to do the same thing. So sorry if you cannot see. I know my hands are totally in the way, but I've got to hold this wire. I don't know if I have any resin on top of the wire. It kind of fell around the wire and filled up the little hole. There we go. That's what I did on the last one. Okay. So now very carefully, because we can't set this down anywhere now, right? We've got to run these wires. This is why we put the extensions on before, because look, that one wouldn't have even reached the edge. Oh, I hate this. I hate having to hold. And I'm just trying to get them all flat so that they're not crossed over each other. And all 6, you know, lined up flat on the surface. And I'm just going to resin right over the top of the whole thing, the whole shebang. These ones could have been a little bit tighter. Not anymore, they're not. I don't want to, I could have pulled those a little bit more, but you know. Well, just wondering if I should put a bit more. Here's me over resining, guys. Here's me overdoing it. Because why? Because I'm overthinking it. You don't have to do this. I'm sure it would have been absolutely fine the way it was. But, yeah, but this is just me. These two are a tiny bit tacky still, so I'm going to hit them with that UV light a little bit more. And then this one here. Okay, that should be good. Now, what they tell us to do is now set this aside and make another lamp. But how am I going to set this anywhere? Right? I can't set this anywhere, so we're going to put it in our whatever we're making, our house. So, okay, so let me just see. Da-da-da-da-da. What? Okay, so there is, let me see how many hands I need here. Right back here, there is a hole in the wall that leads to the back, right? And right here is our dotted lines for our flooring. So we're going to feed all these wires through that hole. Very carefully, right? Very carefully. And I'm sorry I cannot lay it on its back right now because I need it to have the openness to push the wires through. But once we get wires through, I will lay it flat so you can see me glue the wall on. Okay, I've got 3. Come here. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. There's 4. Half of them. 5. Am I even up far enough for you guys? I'm so sorry. At least you could have got it in top view. You've just been watching nothing, huh? So sorry. I've gone back and watched a few of my videos and I'm like, ooh, for one thing, I mumble so much. I'm trying not to. And 2, I do step out of, not walk, but I pull out of the screen a bit. I'm so sorry. One of my favorites was I was cutting a piece of paper and I had pulled it closer to me so you couldn't see me cutting it, but all of a sudden you just saw the 4 sides going flick, flick onto my green mat. I was like, really? Okay, these I'm gonna have to set. Oh, those are gonna be tight. I wonder. I'm gonna put these 2 through the hole that's on top of my door. Yes, yes, yes. Does it tell me to do that? Actually, yes, it does. Okay, good. I feel better. And I'm like, so those 2 go there. All right, now we got to get some glue on these walls without pulling wires out, hopefully. I absolutely cannot see what I'm doing back here. I probably have way too much glue. It felt like it was way too much glue. And now I'm just going in with a touch of super glue along those lines. Not the whole thing. I just mostly did it like in the corners and then next to the wires. All right. Oh, watch the... We almost didn't put that in far enough. Nope, nope, nope. What is happening? There's a catch on here that's not allowing us to go all the way to the back. No, 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 what? It's like the back is too far back. Oh, this is too far up. Okay, I'm just taking off this little corner because I am not undoing this, the whole back wall again. I've already done it, undone it once. I'm not undoing it again. Wire, would you please? I can't. Nope, not enough. Ow, that was, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to show you my finger because unfortunately I got a boo-boo. Totally my fault. I have glue everywhere, you guys. This is ridiculous. No. Okay. Hold on. I have glue everywhere. But I'm still not flush in that back corner. And it's because of this little spot right here. You can even see what I'm doing. There was a little notch right here. But remember when I cut off that paper and so these didn't, so this is too far out. I'm not redoing all these walls. So my solution is to cut off the notch. Just make it flat. but I can't exactly take it out and set it down on my cutting board because of the wires are run, and I don't want to undo and have to redo everything. I'm good. I'm good. There's one little spot, high spot left. Come on. Please put your walls together correctly. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't have to do what I'm doing. Still not perfect. Ugh. I think the top up here is good, but the bottom is still sticking out a bit. I didn't cut straight down, I cut a little bit at an angle. Better. What did I break now? Oh. I'll tell you in a minute because I'm not a happy camper right now. Please stay. Almost. It's like not even 1/8 of an inch off, but oh, I don't want to cut anymore. Okay, those active blades, let me just say, are sharp. Be super, super careful. I've cut myself pretty badly. Okay, so what we dropped, unfortunately, is the second, that hard flower off of our chandelier that's right under here. Let me just take a second, catch my breath, see if this is gonna hold. See, this is way too freaking tall. Oh, you could say I'm not a happy camper right now, but I'm not. I'm highly upset right now at myself. Get that right. We've taken one of those golden wires and moved. Because this was not far. This needed to be back here more. Because when I tried to put it on here, it kept hitting here, and it almost hangs out that window. Like that gold metal one. That one is like at the window. Tapping the windowsill. That one got smashed around, I think. Oh yeah, it's gonna fall off. That one's definitely gonna fall off. Yep, it just, oh my gosh. Well, it is on the back side. You can't really see it. I'm just, yeah, it is what it is. And even this one, I'm not putting it back on. It is what it is. I'm just going to kind of fluff those flowers petals, the soft flower petals back down. Remember how we had to push them flat almost to get that hard one to stay? It's not working. It is what it is. We're falling apart here, folks. We're falling apart. My finger is starting to sting because I stuck a wet wipe on it. Oh, but that's solid. They're solid. It's solid. Yeah, it's not coming off. It's solid. So, all right. Well, we have. Excuse me. We do need to build one more lamp, but and then put it on the piece of wood that's going to go right here. But I'm going to tell you this: I'm not doing it right now because my finger hurts. I've knocked everything over back here with these dang wires. So yeah, we've broken off pieces, but I'm not putting them back on. It is what it is. I've sliced my finger wide open. I've got to go doctor my finger now. So, but we have half or most of our second floor on. This one is just this little one that's going to go down here. Okay, so we come back, we'll make the lamp. The lamp goes in there, whatever. We'll make the lamp that sits there, and then we'll glue that into place like that. And then that will be our second floor. But we're gonna make that lamp next time because, yeah, we've got to do some paper folding, and I'm not up to paper folding right now, folks. I do apologize. It's the first time actually that I've nicked myself before, but poked myself before, but it's the first time I've gotten a pretty good cut where I need to go take care of it. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. Sorry about all the screw ups. This is just not, ugh. Yeah, anyways. So, but most of our second floor is on now. Our lighting is there. I don't know what we're gonna do with this thing. We're gonna figure it out next time. So join me and we'll make our second lamp or our last lamp and put it on here and go from there. All right, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.